Now, for more on the industry, let's bring in Lauren Fix, the automotive expert known to many as the car coach. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, China is really leading the charge in the electric car market, and these collaborations with tech companies are really speeding up those advances. What sort of opportunities do these kinds of partnerships open up?
Well, you have to remember that China is the largest automotive market in the world. And because of that, and the fact that there's so many cars on the road, the opportunity to make these plug-in hybrids or eventually plug-in hybrids very popular are important to their culture and also part for the economy and, of course, for the environment. But we do have to keep in mind that every manufacturer is building a plug-in hybrid or a hybrid version because it's required here in the U.S., but the demand is actually in China as well as in Europe. And the thing is, it's expensive to purchase gasoline, and so this allows for another option.
So what are some of the other key trends we should be watching for in the car tech space?
Well, we're looking at a lot of very interesting technology besides car sharing, which one of your reporters had also brought up. But what you're also seeing is a lot of telematics. In other words, that autonomous cars or getting to that stage. We're not going to see that here in the U.S. till at least 2030, although other people have been saying that they can do it today. We still haven't gone through the government regulations, which China will also have to do, and of course the insurance regulations, because there's going to be a lot of issues. On top of that, you have to remember an autonomous car is a computer on wheels. And one of the other big factors we have to worry about, and so does China, is potential hacking.
So let's break down some of those issues. So first of all, this race to really get these self-driving or autonomous vehicles into consumers' hands, certainly a tight one. Which of the brands are really in the pole position?
I would say Ford is at this point. They have their own city here in Detroit, and what they're doing is they're actually testing through the winter, because this is going to be a factor when all these cameras and sensors are covered by slush or snow. So they're continually testing. On top of that, Volvo has been testing in Sweden, and they've had very good luck as well. And Mercedes and Audi have also been testing around the globe. And I've been in an autonomous car in 2009 with Audi. We actually were able to prove that it worked. So we know that this technology has been evolving over the years, and we're starting to see this in the vehicles that we purchase.
Now, one thing that we're seeing is this issue of adoption. So what's the best way to get consumers who are, perhaps wary of some of these new trends? How do you get them on board so they actually end up purchasing these cars?
Right. I think that's very interesting, because about 75% of people right now are a little leery of autonomous cars. Now, even though they might buy self-parking cars, which have been available for a few years, they tend to not use this technology. And so this is very interesting that they buy it because they think it's awesome and very cool to show their friends, but then they don't use it on a regular basis. So in order to get that adoption so that people will start utilizing it, it's important that each manufacturer slowly step people into the utilization of it, whether it's automatic cruise control, which we're now used to, blind spot detection, around view cameras, and slowly getting that evolution. So when we do go full autonomous, whenever that time may be, consumers will be willing to actually use that asset.
Now, another thing that you tapped on was this issue of privacy and security. Is security really keeping up with a lot of the trends that are coming with these cars? How worried should consumers be?
Well, right now, we already know that cars are being hacked. I know that Fiat Chrysler has had a problem with their Jeeps on a regular basis. One of the things that I know the Germans have done is put together a consortium so that they're all on the same page, so that they can actually create a firewall to keep hackers out. But at this point in China, about 6 months ago, someone was able to hack into a Tesla, and the vehicle was 30 miles away from where the hacker was located. So until this gets completely secured, or as good as it can be, these risks are going to be out there, and they're going to be factors in today's vehicles as well as vehicles down the road.
Now, what issues do all of these tech advances spell then for lawmakers who are trying to regulate this space, as well as car companies who really still want to innovate and grow their brands?
Well, car makers, of course, want to innovate and grow their brands because they like the merger of technology in with their cars, in other words, consumer technology. However, on the other end, the attorneys are very excited for the possibilities because they know there's going to be a lot of lawsuits and they're going to be making a lot of money.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much, car coach Lauren Fix.